I want to talk also and get your opinion as somebody who has been there in those corridors of power. There's been some news here about a big brawl erupting in the White House with Axios, so take it for what it's worth, reporting that Elon Musk and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent got into a heated shouting match within earshot of the president regarding, of all things, the IRS. Mick, the White House is a pressure cooker. Is this just West Wing intensity, or is there more to read into this? And what exactly do you think they would have been fighting about the IRS?
Well, I think they were fighting about the commissioner. The word on the street is that Elon Musk picked a commissioner that Scott Bessent disapproved of. Scott Bessent then went to the president and got that nominee taken down, or actually, I think that designated, they'd sworn him in to office taken down, which I think gave rise to some bad blood between Elon Musk and the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. But if you ask me a question, does this sound about right? Yeah, it does. I don't have any inside information on this one, but those types of, shall we say, colorful discussions took place a lot. Trump likes managing by conflict and chaos. He likes people who are willing to sort of mix it up with somebody who disagrees with him. He likes that vivaciousness and that energy level. So it doesn't surprise me that there'd be a shouting match. And it doesn't surprise me either, James, that it would be within earshot of the Oval Office. People don't realize just how small the West Wing is. There are offices all around the president's office. And if you and I got in a shouting match out in the hallway, you could absolutely hear it at the president's desk. So, yeah, look, I don't have, again, any firsthand information. I've read the same Axios article you have, but this sounds to me like not only the normal Trump White House, but just about every White House that I'm familiar with.
Mick, you and I would never get into a shouting match. I know that for a fact. But all of this comes, though, speaking of Elon Musk, telling his shareholders that he's planning on cutting back his work for the Trump administration. This is after the poor profit performances and, of course, all of his dealerships and, many Teslas, probably driven by card-carrying liberals, ironically enough, getting keyed by other card-carrying liberals. How do we rate the performance of Elon Musk and his Doge efforts? I mean, on the one hand, we haven't seen the huge savings, but the exposure of the institutional rot of Washington can only be, I think, a really good thing.
It is, and that's the beauty of it. And it's politically solid gold material for Republicans who've been talking about efficiencies and waste in government for a long time, fraud in government for a long time. Elon Musk did something that I couldn't do. Remember, the last person in charge of government efficiency was me. And I had a really difficult time doing it back in 2018, 2019, because it was just not very sexy, James. No one really cared that much about government efficiency. They do now. And even if Elon Musk walks away and there doesn't turn out to be any real savings, it's still a win for the American people because he shed light on this. Keep in mind, the White House was never going to save that much money in the first place. You and I have talked about this. That $2 trillion number was just unreasonable because the White House, under the American system, doesn't actually appropriate or spend the money. Congress does. What Elon Musk was able to do on spending was limited from the get-go, but this was a tremendously successful PR campaign, and now the pressure is on Congress to actually do something about it as they come up with next year's spending bill. So I give them an A+ on making government efficiency popular.
I think that's absolutely right. Hey, before I let you go, Mick, the Trump administration, rather the official Trump website, has begun selling, get this, merchandise including this T-shirt with the tagline, Trump 2028, change the rules, embroidered on them. Now, what do you make of this? Is the president just being cheeky here? Or is this a signal that he really is serious about going for it and maybe going for a third term?
James, I think there's a third option. There's a lot of trolling in this when it comes to Trump. He just loves doing this. Now, there are people within his sort of sphere that want to see him run a third time. Steve Bannon would do that. But, Steve, in my mind, has always been a little bit of an anarchist anyway, so he loves sort of mixing the punch bowl up. It doesn't surprise me he's out there trying to foment a little bit of chaos. But there is a third option here, which is this is a Trump organization effort. I think it's a campaign effort. It's a for-profit operation. I think they're trying to make money off of the Trump 2028 sort of logo, and who's to blame them? They can sell a couple 100,000 of those things. It'd be a good day at the office.
Well, Mick, I'm going to buy one just to wear it around my local Harris Farms and troll all the lefties there. Mick Mulvaney, thank you so much for your time. Have a great night.
Thanks, James. It's better than your Yankees hat, that's for sure.
Hey, now.